Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to one of the most important topic, that is theories of evolution. So here the mainly four varieties of theories which are explain the process of evolution. Of these, the first theory, which is related to Lamarckism, and at the same time the second theory related to Darwinism, and the third theory, very important theory, is related to mutation theory, and finally the last one, fourth one, is called modern concept theory, or which is also named as synthetic theory. Okay, let's now we discuss about the first theory, is called Lamarckism. So this Lamarckism theory, which is also called as theory of inheritance of acquired characteristics, at the same time this theory was proposed by a French naturalist, Jean Baptiste de Lamarck, and he was written a famous book. The book name is called Philosophic Zoologic. Philosophic Zoologic. The Lamarck theory, mainly which is based on the inheritance of acquired characteristics, and which are defined as the changes or variations in developed in the in organisms from the normal characteristics to from the normal characteristics in response to the changes in environment, and at the same time functioning of a particular organs, means either it is a use or disuse, and their own lifetime, and finally which are fulfill their new needs. So means here mainly the Lamarckism theory, which is on the based on inheritance of acquired characteristics. These acquired characteristics, which are defined as the changes or variations which are developed in the a particular body of an organism from a normal characteristics in response to the changes in environment, and at the same time in the functioning of organs, either it is a used organ or a disused organ, their own lifetime to fulfill their new needs. Thus, Lamarck stressed the adaptation as means of evolutionary modifications. So now we discuss about the some postulates of Lamarckism. Lamarckism is based on following mainly four postulations. So of this, the first postulate is called new needs. New needs. So here the mainly the changes in environmental factors, like several environmental factors, especially the main one is called light and temperature and medium, and at the same time food, and different type of another environmental factors such as like air and etc. So or at the same time sometimes the migration. So here this migration of animal, it leads to origin of new needs, or it creates the new needs in the living organism, and especially in animals. And these new needs which are fulfilled by a living organism have to apply the special efforts like changes, and these changes in mainly habit or behavior. So now we discuss about the second postulation of Lamarckism is called use and disuse of organs. So generally this use and disuse of organs which are explains the acquired or adaptive characteristics. So like generally the new habits involve the greater use of certain organs to meet the, means here the certain organs are useful for continuity. So and at the same time certain organs which are used a very lesser use, and this greater use of certain organs which meets the new needs, or which makes the new needs, and lesser use of certain organs which are of no use in the no condition new conditions, lesser use or disuse of organs which makes the no use in conditions. And at the same time the use and disuse of organs which are greatly affected the organisms, like their form and structure and functioning of organs, and at the same time here the continuous and extra use of organs which can makes the more, means here the regular and continuous using which can makes the more efficient, and while other one, so means at the same time continued disuse of some other organs which makes the degeneration and ultimately disappearance. So means here finally the disappearance is takes place by the continued disusing, and so finally the Lamarckism is also called as, or also known as theory of use and disuse of organs. Here another name of Lamarckism, use and disuse of organs. So finally here the animals which are acquires the certain new characteristics due to the direct and indirect environmental effects during its own lifespan, and finally it is called as acquired or adaptive characteristics. So it is a second postulation, use and disuse of organs. Okay, now we discuss about the third postulation is called inheritance of acquired characteristics. So means acquired characteristics are nothing but trained characters. So these means according to Lamarck, the acquired characteristics are inheritable. Inheritable is nothing but passing from one generation to another generation, and these inheritable characteristics are transmitted from the one to another. So means finally which are reaches to their offsprings, so that these are born to fit to the face and changed in means which are changed to the environmental conditions, and the chances of their survival, means their survival chances are very increased. So now we discuss about the last one, fourth postulation is related to speciation. And here the Lamarck believed the in every generation a new characteristics are acquired and which are transmitted to their next generation, so that the new characteristics which are accumulated generation after generation, generation to after generation, after he observed the finally after a number of generations, after a number of generations a new species is formed. After he observed the finally after a number of generations, after a number of generations a new species is formed. So finally, according to Lamarck, an existing individual is the sum total of the characteristics acquired by a number of previous generations. So finally, the speciation is a gradual process. Now we discussing about the different type of evidences in favor of Lamarckism. So means these evidences which are gives the clear information about the postulations of Lamarckism. So of these, the first evidence which is related to phylogenetic studies. So in which phylogenetic studies means the gradual evolutionary process of horse and elephant and other different type of animals. Those are shows the a variety of characteristics which are increase their evolution, means the changes, but these changes which are obtained from the simple to complex form. Okay, now take another example like giraffe. Here in giraffe which has the very long neck, so means the development of present day which are having the a long necked and long four necked giraffes, but these long necked and long four necked giraffes which are evolved from or which are developed from their deer like ancestors. So means here the deer like ancestors are nothing but which are having the a very short neck, but this short neck which is turns to a long by the gradual elongation of means here the gradual elongation, and which are these elongation is seen in neck and as well as forelimbs in response to the deficiency of food on the barren ground in a dry deserts of Africa. So means here it is a good example for extra use and elongation of a certain organs. So it is the first postulation of new needs of Lamarckism. Now I am discussing another third example related to one of the reptilian is called snakes. But actually these snakes which are limbless organisms but which are developed from the limbed reptilians or limbed ancestors. So means here ancestors having the limbs, but these are disappeared in the snakes, and the snake have the long slender like body, and this slender like body which can forms the a continued disuse or reduction of limbs means here these limbs which cannot suitable for their locomotion, and these reptilians or snakes which are shows the a special type of locomotion by the stretching of their body, means which are elongates the body, this stretch nature which can more suitable for the creeping mode of locomotion and a fossorial mode of living nature. So suitable example for disuse and degeneration of certain organs. So means here also one of the first evidence. Okay, now I am taking the another fourth example related to aquatic birds, but here aquatic birds are like ducks and geese and etc. So here these aquatic birds generally which are evolved from their ancestors, like which are present on the land, so that's why those are called terrestrial ancestors. So means these terrestrial ancestors are modified to form a aquatic birds, and the well suitable examples are ducks and geese, and these terrestrial ancestors which are shows the like a reduction of wings due to their continued disuse organs, and they are also shows the development of webs in between the digits. So these web which is more suitable for the wadding purpose. So these changes were mainly induced due to the deficiency of food on the land and severe competition, and at the same time it is a good example for both means extra use and disuse of organs, like using is nothing but related to skin between the toys, and disuse related to wings. So now we discuss a fifth example or fifth evidence related to flightless birds. So means here the generally the flightless birds which are like suitable example ostrich, and which are developed from flying ancestors. So means the flying individuals which are modified to form a, or which are shows the changes, and these changes then turns to flightless birds, like a suitable example ostrich. So which are mainly occurred due to the continued disuse of wings, and which are well found in protected areas with plenty of food substances. Okay, now I am discuss sixth example or sixth evidence related to horse, and here these horse ancestors of especially modern horse, the scientifically which is means the modern horse which is scientifically called Equus caballus, which is used to live in the areas with a soft ground, and they were having the short legged with more number of functional digit. The bell suitable example like in Eohippus, it is the ancestor in which Eohippus which have the only four functional digits. These are all are different evidences of postulations of Lamarckism. Okay, now I discuss a different type of criticisms. Criticism is nothing but different objections. So means the criticisms of Lamarckism. So generally a hard blow of Lamarckism came from a German biologist. He was named as August Weismann, who proposed the one of the theory is called theory of continuity of germplasm in 1892. According to his theory, the mainly the environmental factors which are affect the only in somatic cells, but they can't affect the germ cells. So here it is the major objection of a Lamarckism theory. So means which are not seen in germ cells. Now I am discussing the several objection with a suitable example. Like one example related to Weismann. Here the Weismann mutilated the tails of mice. The tails of mice for about near to 22 generation. So means and finally he allowed them free breeding, but they can't producing the tail less mice, means they will never born. So means here it is mainly indicates the as the link in between the generation is only through the germ cells, and at the same time the somatic cells are not transmitted to next generation. So the acquired characteristics are must be lost with the death of an organism. So this should have no role in evolution. Okay, now I am discussing the second criticism. According to Pavlov, he was a Russian physiologist. He was trained the mice to come for food by on hearing a bell. Finally, he reported that this training is not inherited, and this training was necessary in mainly in every generation. So means here finally the Mendel laws are also object to the postulations of inheritance of acquired characteristics of Lamarckism. So now I am discussing another example for criticism. Here the related to heart size. So here heart size which can does not increases their size from generation after generation, though it is used continuously. And at the same time similarly eyes which are also being used continuously, but they constantly develop defects instead of being improved. Another example, it is a very important example, fourth example. So here the generally the presence of weak muscles in the son of Wrestler. So means here also one of the somatic characteristic, but which is not transmitted to one generation to another generation. So here it is the a good objection of Lamarckism theory. So means here which is also not explained by the Lamarck. So finally there are a number of example in which reduction of size in the organs. So means here finally the Lamarckism was rejected by a several variety of scientists like August Weismann and Mendel, Pavlov and etc. So these are the a variety of rejections. So now I am discuss a significance of Lamarckism. So generally it was a first comprehensive theory of evolution. And another significance here the Lamarck, he was stressed on adaptations to the environment as a major primary product of evolution. So here this is the a small significance of Lamarckism, and thank you for watching. And then next we will discuss about the another video with the Darwinism.